Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel were brother and sister who lived with their mother in a small cottage deep in the forest. Years ago, their parents had divorced, and they had not seen their father since they were very young. Their mother was often angry and impatient. She was always telling them what to do and scolding them whenever they made mistakes. Kind words were rare, and the house was often filled with harsh words instead. As the years passed, Hansel and Gretel began to feel unwanted in their own home. One evening, after another difficult day at home, Hansel and Gretel made a decision. Instead of staying where they felt unwanted, they would search for their father and find out whether he still remembered them. At first, they were afraid. The woods were dark, silent, and endless. But they kept moving forward, hoping that somewhere beyond the forest they would find their father. As they wandered deeper into the forest, they discovered something strange, a beautiful house made of candy and sweets, glowing warmly in the middle of the darkness. To anyone else, it might have looked suspicious, but to two children who had spent so long feeling unwanted, it looked like hope. So, Hansel and Gretel stepped inside without fear. They ate until they were full, rested peacefully, and for the first time in a very long while, they felt safe. That night, an old woman quietly watched them as they slept inside her house. But she did not wake them or chase them away. She simply let them stay. The next morning, however, something felt wrong. The bright candy walls no longer looked beautiful. The colors faded, and the sweets seemed to disappear. Slowly, the warm little house revealed its true form: old, dark, and decaying. The candy house had been an illusion created by a witch, a spell designed to attract lonely children searching for comfort. Then, Gretel discovered that Hansel had been locked away in a cage. The witch knew Gretel would never leave her brother behind. As long as Hansel remained trapped, both children would stay with her forever. Days passed while Hansel remained trapped in the cage and Gretel was forced to stay in the witch house. With each passing day, Gretel realized more and more that the witch did not want a family. She wanted prisoners. One morning, while the witch was busy preparing breakfast and tending the oven, Hansel and Gretel finally saw their chance. They knew they could not escape while the witch was still there. So, working together, they pushed her into the oven and quickly shut the door behind her. As flames consumed the house, the siblings ran into the forest once again. For days, they had been trapped inside the witch's house. By the time they escaped, the sun was high in the sky. Tired but determined, Hansel and Gretel continued their search for their father. That afternoon, they saw a familiar figure in the distance. It was their father. After years apart and days of searching, Hansel and Gretel had finally found him. Their father rushed toward them and pulled them into a tight embrace. At that moment, Hansel and Gretel realized they had found what they had been searching for all along. The candy house had offered comfort. The witch had offered a place to stay, but neither could offer what truly mattered. For the first time in years, Hansel and Gretel felt truly at